Hey, it's Scotch It, Dummies. I'm Scott.
This is Bart.
Wyoming whiskey. Been a while since we had a Wyoming whiskey.
Woo! This is double oaked or double
Double
cask?
cask.
Double cask. We're going to test it!
It's sherry cast American whiskey style.
Sherry. What? All right, coming in double cask. I like it. Ooh, seal is not broken. I know you
Pour me a double.
Ooh, bartender.
No, just kidding. Don't pour me a double. Sounded good.
Sounded good. Give me a little whiskey.
For you, pour a double because you usually pour like this a little bit.
We gotta watch it.
Good.
I gotta mow later.
Oh.
I'll be out cutting lines again. Cutting lines? That sounded druggish.
Cutting rug.
Cutting a rug?
That's dancing.
Mowing lines.
What do we got? What do we got?
Dancing.
What do we got? Cutting a rug means
I know. Cutting a rug. That's dancing. Love it.
Limited double cask edition, straight bourbon whiskey, finished in sherry casks.
50% ABV.
Nice. Yep, I did not notice that.
Yep, they had a big 50.
750 milliliter.
Ooh, it smells good. I'll tell you in a second.
From Kirby, Wyoming.
Wow, Kirby. I've been
the
listening
region of the Tetons. That's right by Jackson Hole.
That's what I was going to say. I've been listening to an Audible book on Jim Bridger. And the Bridger Fort was up there near Tetons and all that kind of stuff. The Green River. Very impressive. I did not know, nothing against the Mormons. I don't think they drink anyway. But they kind of stole this fort and ripped them off.
Yeah.
We sent 5,000 troops to Utah to force them into line. Sorry, just hit that part of the book.
A little bit of an alcohol burn.
Like, get to the whiskey, for God's sake.
It actually noses like it's 60% ABV.
I'm with you. It feels tough.
I get a little bit of the sherry notes and an alcohol burn.
Mm-hmm. And a caramel cream.
A light whiskey.
I get a caramel cream, but you're right. There's sherry notes in there that are getting the celebration going.
Definitely up front, along with the.
Yeah, you got to be careful nosing in, though. Yeah, because I just got a little bit of kettle corn, popcorn, but then I got a little burn.
I wonder if it'd make it feel that hot. Nose that hot.
I know. I've lost a nose hair already.
Yeah.
Whew. Smells creamy and vanilla with a touch of wine, maybe.
Ooh. Ooh. That's all right. Very nice palate.
Ooh. That is hot, though.
It is hot. It does.
Wow.
But nice. Okay, so this is bourbon finished in sherry casks. Straight bourbon whiskey. Usually with bourbon, the sherry has a hard time overcoming the bourbon notes.
Yes, it's all that virgin oak.
This feels like not a bourbon, more like a light whiskey, or just a whiskey, not aged in new chard, not yet. One more sip, neat.
I'm going another one.
This feels like something, a lighter whiskey rather than bourbon. Up front, anyway, on first sip. The sherry cask is very up front.
Yes, but the ABV, why does it seem like it's 63?
It
seems like it's punching me in the face.
I know, me too.
And at first I thought, before you mentioned a couple things, I thought, well, maybe it's just because I haven't had a 50% bourbon in a while. I don't know, but it can't be. It's just coming in really strong.
Mm-hmm. Some of the bourbon is showing through the caramels. You got that creamy. There's darker fruit. There's a nice char.
I see what you're saying.
The finish.
The oak is in the background. A hard oak. It's not in the forefront. I like that. But you're right, though. The bourbon's somehow slightly tamed down, which I didn't expect either.
Right. Yeah. Or it's a young, well, no, it's straight. It's got to be at least 2 years. Straight bourbon.
Young.
Yeah, it's got to be at least 2 years, and then maybe it went into the sherry cask. Usually, though, you're even getting, your bourbon is going to make it dark, and then sherry casks, can't talk, are going to make it darker as well, a reddish hue.
Run your tongue along your upper teeth.
butterscotch.
Yeah, it was a
Caramel.
little sweeter.
Mm-hmm. Kettle corn.
And I was
Caramel corn.
missing. That was one thing I was going to say. I was missing. It didn't have the bourbon sweetness that I'm used to. Running along the gum line brought that back out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's interesting.
This was 5 years
What?
in a bourbon barrel. And then sherry cask adds a touch of sweetness, brings out the best. It doesn't say how long in the.
And you said this is up near the Teton Mountains?
Yeah. 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 I think so.
Got it.
I think it's in
It
there.
turned out also in the book
Been
that
there.
the French named them the Tetons because Teton is French for Tata. Yeah. Yeah.
What was the
It looked like
off of Bunnahaven in Scotland when you're looking across the loch, the waterway. There's there's two mountains that kind of or hills that.
Yeah.
What do they call them?
I'm blanking.
I know.
The twins, the twin ladies.
No, I want to say it starts with a P. The Papalusas or
Pumpernickels.
pumpers. The pumpers.
The pumpers. The pumpas.
We do not support this message.
Nope. We don't know what we're talking about. We are the dummies. Do you want some water now?
Yes.
Got it. I will water drop you.
What'd you get with water? Anything change?
I felt like it just toned down a little bit of that alcohol burn. It didn't really sweeten it up or do any other changes to it. Matter of fact, until I did the gum line, I was not sure what I was getting. So I expected a lot more sweetness.
So Kirby is in this area, still kind of in the northwest part of Wyoming, but still a ways east and then back to the north from Jackson Hole, which is over in here. But
Got
yeah,
it.
so not right there where I thought it was. But anyway, anywho,
I poured a little bit more. So, yep. All
with
right.
water, sweeter, a little bit of tobacco, a little richer. It's definitely bringing down that alcohol 60% feel. That still feels at least 50% ABV though.
Yeah, it's
Water.
punching above its weight. They've got a little alliteration there. Straight up or on ice, twice as nice. That's what it says.
Enough of the rhymes now. I mean
Yes. Would you like a peanut?
it. Anybody want a peanut?
Dang it, I got the quote.
Close. You're close.
Thank you. I knew there was
You
a
knew it.
peanut.
Yeah.
Awesome. Put it in the comments.
I like this with the drop of water on it. Let me
Do
throw
you?
another on it just to see. It was good and neat. It's good with a drop.
All right, drop me again. Trying to see what it does. What's the difference?
Kind
When
of
I
some
put the water in,
cinnamon showing.
Doesn't it drop the char off a little bit for you, though?
Yeah,
It felt like
I
some
didn't
of the
get
char.
the char.
Yeah. Because I had a little sip neat. I get the char again. With the water, not getting the char.
Boy, two healthy drops of water on it. Not hurting it at all. Oh, very nice. Still a nice palate. A lot of, some of the bourbon notes showing. A little bit tamed down, though.
Okay.
Caramels, cinnamon. What did we have? A little butterscotch.
Yep. Around the teeth.
Sweet fruits. Yeah. Caramel. Caramel, if you're not fancy.
Caramel. It's good. It's
Um,
a little bit different, though. I'm not sure what the bourbon aficionados would think.
yeah. Your bourbon aficionados are probably offended that it was in a sherry cask.
Maybe.
They're like, you can't call it bourbon.
Yeah, you can't do that because it's got to be in a virgin cask,
Yeah.
which is why they just call it Wyoming whiskey.
Can't have any additives in it. Once you put it in a sherry cask,
Right,
it picked up
straight
sherry.
Bourbon whiskey finished in sherry cask. Double cask.
I'm going 87 on it.
Oh. For me, it's 85. I know that it was going for 59, I think
52,
it was.
$52, $53.
Yep, 52, and you got it for 30.
We picked it up on sale for $30.
For 30, that's a steal, especially at that
Yeah.
proof.
Uh-huh.
I don't think my score would change. It's a little bit of an odd duck, and then it comes in a little punchy at 50, which still surprised me a little bit. But it's solid, it's good, it's quality. If you can find it for the $30, that's a steal.
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely. I like that you can get the sherry. It does seem like it's a milder bourbon.
Yes.
And the fact that you can get those sherry notes, but you can also get some of the bourbon notes. It doesn't really feel like it's a real full strength 5-year-old heavy hitting bourbon.
Right. Yet then it's got this high ABV feeling punch, which is odd to me.
Wonder if it was a wheated bourbon,
Okay.
maybe that they did. That would tone down the bourbon, the rye spiciness.
Yeah,
and that could be because we're not
could
getting
be
any of that.
Right. And I'm with you. When it said that there was sherry influence, you're right. Usually what I'm expecting is that's going to be drowned out. I'm barely going to be able to get it.
Yeah.
And I get more than I thought I was going to because bourbon is so influenced by that virgin oak cask that it usually overpowers, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a subtle drink.
Yeah.
It's sweet.
If you're in the Wichita area, go to R&J Discount Liquors at Douglas and Hillside.
Yep.
If you're perusing the internet and you go to enduponscotchtestdummies.com, you can purchase coins, hats, barrel caps, shirts, all kinds of stuff. It helps support the show.
These barrel caps, look at this.
That
that saves your whiskey.
Keeps
you
the light
can't
on.
Go wrong here.
Keeps the whiskey flowing.
We will do one next time, but we've been getting some more Patreon supporters, which really, really helps the show. Do you want to pull it up now or no?
Oh, we could.
We'll pull it up now. It's $1 supporter. We will get his name. If you support for $1 at Scotch Test Dummies when you go to Patreon.
There you
Scotch
go.
Test Dummies.
You had said that.
I had.
Tell them where to go.
Patreon.
Where to go.
Scotch Test Dummies.
Where is it?
So you go to Patreon.
Patreon.
And then you look up Scotch Test Dummies.
Where is it?
And then if
you gotta be like a radio ad where they just
100%.
keep saying it over and over.
100%. Where do you go? Patreon. What do you do there? Look up
First,
Scotch
go to
Test
Patreon.
Dummies. Where at?
Patreon. Did you say Patreon?
Yeah, what?
He
And
said
Scotch
Patreon.
Test Dummies on Patreon. You guys are nuts.
Yeah, $1
And we're
supporter
just saying
came in.
it.
Yep.
We say your name at $1.
Scott McFarland.
Thank you,
Scott.
If you give $2 or more, we'll shout your name with gusto.
Yeah.
You
can give $1 a month. You can give
Yeah.
$20 a month. You
Right.
can do it per show, however you want.
You can configure
What'd you
it to
ask?
your will. Where do they go?
Patreon.com.
And Scotch Test Dummies.
Patreon.
I can't spell.
Patreon.
Scotch it. You Scotch God.
Cilantro. Patreon.
Dummies. That's perfect. They're going to go, ah!